Yes. We are now looking at the reasons for the Bantu migration to East Africa. And of course, these can be categorized into two: the pull and push. Categorized into two: pull and push factors. Pull, what was that was in East Africa, that was pulling them to go there, that was forcing them to move there? What was that attraction where they were going? And then what was pushing them to leave their original homeland? And they are here. The first one is the internal conflicts. Conflicts within themselves, among themselves, like clan conflicts. Yes, there is a time when they conflict over issues to do with the witchcraft and many others, land disputes, disputes over land, and that one could have led to others leaving. Another one is the internal quarrels themselves, and as the quarreling continued, they had to leave. Another one is the external pressure. This is pressure from the neighbors. For example, in the Congo, we had the Pygmies, Hema, Mai Mai. All these were giving them hard time. So because of the continuous pressure from the neighbors, they had no option but to leave. Mob influence of the mob. And this one can also be referred to as peer influence. That is to say, they saw others moving and they followed. So they could have moved, some could have moved without any clear reason for movement. So that's mob influence. Another is the desire for more land. The desire for more land for settlement. This one goes hand in hand with population pressure. It goes hand in hand with population pressure. As the population increased, the land became too small for them to settle and do what they were supposed to do. So with the increase in population, it necessitated some to leave, and those who could not tolerate staying had to leave. Another one is they are running away from the cruel leaders. And from the cruel leaders, therefore, they wanted to have peace elsewhere because of the continuous pressure from these cruel leaders, and hence they had to leave and find peace elsewhere, with these cruel leaders being left aside or behind. Curiosity is another. They were curious. That is to say, they need to know more about other areas. They wanted to know what is that lay ahead of them. So they were very adventurous. Curiosity goes hand in hand with adventure. They were so adventurous that to move and find out what was beyond their home. They need to spread their iron skills elsewhere. We already know that the Bantu are very much associated with the Iron Age. So because of that, they were good at iron making or iron smelting, and they made several items out of iron. So because of the mastery over iron, they could have wanted to export some of these skills elsewhere, beyond their homeland. Flooding, especially of the Congo River. The Congo River could flood, and because of the continuous flooding, it caused a lot of calamities, and they could have left because of that. Volcanic eruption of the Virunga, the Virunga ranges. This volcanic eruption brought with it a lot of trouble And because they could not withstand this, they had to leave to go for safety or refuge elsewhere. The need to loot and own more property. This was one of the reasons for their migration. And because they wanted to own more, and we already have been told that they had iron skills and they had iron implements, so it was easy for them to fight and take over other societies. They need to conquer areas and become new leaders. Yes, these were greedy. Some of them were greedy for power. So they could have wanted to go elsewhere, conquer territory, and become leaders. Famine. Famine is another reason. This was as a result of drought, long droughts. Long droughts were a problem, and because of the long droughts, there was no cultivation of any crop, and that one resulted into the outbreak of famine. And with the outbreak of famine, automatically they had to look for areas where they could they could do some agriculture, and of course survive the continuous famine. So these are some of the reasons you can give for why the Bantu left their homeland. So from here, we shall go to another area, and that is the migration and settlement. We are going to specifically look at the Eastern Bantu, because we have seen the Western Bantu, we have seen the Interfason Bantu, we have seen the Southern Tanzanian Bantu. Now we shall look at the Eastern Bantu specifically, because this is not a common a common migration and settlement. Most of the attention is given to the Western Bantu or the Inter-Caspian Bantu. So we are now going to look at the Eastern Bantu.